Hey, what's up guys, it's the Cubinator, and today I'm going to be showing you guys some very advanced L4E walkthrough solves, and this will help you average low 3 or at least sub 3.5. So what I average anywhere from 2.9 to 3.3, and I will go into depth with some piece tracking and look ahead, and that will help you become a lot faster using L4E. So let's get right into the first scramble. Okay, so looking at this, all three of the yellow centers are already solved. That looks good, but what looks better is the red, and I know that because the center is only one move away, but if I want to solve this edge right here, it's just one move. So I know I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to rotate, and this is going to be up here, so I'm just going to insert this edge in the back. And then the L4E is going to be a flipped edge case. So I'm just going to do a U to solve that, then an R, then rotate, and then solve that in the back. Then for this L4E, rather than solving this edge by doing R, U, R prime, that's not good because it gives you this 3-cycle case, and that's a lot more moves. But what I would rather do is a sledgehammer to solve this edge. So I'm just going to do sledgehammer, that solves that. Then it's just it's a lot less moves that way. So on to the next scramble. The first thing I see here is this block right here. So I would either be doing red or green, and I think for look ahead purposes I'm going to do green. Both of them are pretty good, but I think the green is a little bit better. So I know that this edge can be solved here if I just do R, U prime, R, and that's going to solve the entire V. Then right away I'll already know, I see this edge is going to be the L4E one. So when I do the U prime, it's going to bring this red side over here, and I'm just going to be able to solve that edge right away. So I'm just going to finish off the V, then right away with no pauses I would just solve that. And then for the last three edges, it's just a U prime, R, U prime, R. And then you're just going to solve the tips. On to the third scramble. Once again, we have a block, and I would either be looking at red or green, or I mean blue or green, sorry. So I know that I would, if I just preserve this and solve the blue, I would get a flipped edge L4E, and this case doesn't look as good for look ahead. But for the green, it looks a lot better for look ahead. Because what I can do is I can preserve this by doing R, U, R prime, and then bring this down, so I can see this edge is going to be for L4E, and I'm going to want the yellow on the front, so I'm going to do a U prime after I finish the V. So once I solve the first edge by preserving it, I'm just going to insert this in the back with U prime, R prime, U, R. So I'm just going to do that, bring this down, then insert this in the back. Then without any pauses, I would just go straight into this, and I would see that the last one is just an insert. Then for this tip, I would probably do the tip first just to make sure I got it, and then I would do these last three tips at the end. So now for the fourth walkthrough solve. This once again has a block, and what you can do for the, I think the red looks the best because I see there's already a block, and then here there's another one that's one move away. So if I'm not going to solve this because then when I do the other one, it would just ruin this edge. So what I want to do is do a L prime. Wait, but before I do that, I should first talk about the look ahead. So I see that when I bring this up, and and then I do a U, it's going to bring this edge into the last slot. And the yellow is going to be facing down. So I need to bring the yellow to the front. So I'm going to do an L prime, U, R, L prime. Then this is a 2-gen case for the right side, so I'm just going to do U, solve the back edge, then just insert. And now for the 5th and final walkthrough solve. The first thing that I see right away is that there's a double block for the yellow, and I could do that, but then there's also 2 red blocks, and that would just be a 2-move V, so that's a lot better if you, so I'm just going to bring this down, then I'm just going to do an R and then an L prime, and this is going to be our back edge for L4E, so I'm just going to do that, and then I already know that I'm going to solve that right away, and then I'm just going to insert this last edge, and then for the tips I would just solve this, and then just finish the rest of them. So that's it for this video. I'm planning to make some more Pyraminx videos because it's my favorite event, and I'm most professional out of all the events in this event. And I have an official 1.67 single too. So if you guys have any requests for any more Pyraminx videos, like if you're not Sub-4 yet, or if you don't know L4E, I can make an L4E tutorial, or like how to get Sub-4. So if you have any requests, just leave them in the comment section. And also if you have any questions from what I showed you, you can also leave that in the comment section. So thank you for watching, and see you next time.